takes a while to get a horse doing all that stuff.
I'm gonna have to move. His son's right in my.
Right in your way.
Yeah. Can't see a damn thing. Good Lord. Can't see nothing.
Any problems with his feet?
I don't know how it even looked like he lost it a little bit right there. He's flipping this a little.
He understands your little clicking noise.
Yeah, that's what, you get in the habit of doing things, and that's what we do probably.
That's fine. I do it too. That's why I'm asking.
That's what we do.
I can't see the.
See, he just rides, that's all he's doing.
That's all I care about.
That's all he's doing.
I can't even see the damn screen in this thing.
Come
Eh?
over
You just
here.
pull him.
You ain't gonna get too many
Like
good.
a bicycle. Well, that's what I call it. Just ride like a bicycle. Like you got a bicycle and you just go this way, you pull him this way. You know. But he ain't spooked a lot. You could probably get on him, just ride him.
That surprises me. Because I was afraid he was going to be kind of a spooky horse.
Well, a lot of times when you get them, you take them someplace else, once they see some more things, they just
Right.
quit. You know, especially around other horses. They kind of
Right.
feed off other horses.
Right.
The other horses ain't spooky, so they don't.
Well, I have another one at home that's about 15-3, and he's real laid back.
Right. Well, that'd be good. You can just stick in with him and go right.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Have you had a chance to get him on the trails any at all?
No, I've kind of had him down the field a little bit, but not as far as the trail, no.
Okay, what
I
about...
really ain't got a trail no place.
I know, you said that earlier. What about a creek bed or something like that? Is he...
I don't have any of them. We'll see what he does right here. Then it's muddy. We'll see if he steps in here and
Yeah,
freaks out or whatever.
I'm just curious.
I can't see this screen.
This ground's moving on me. I don't like it. Well, that'll just take some time. Like I said, I don't do all that. I don't get out and go trail riding and all that
No,
stuff.
that's okay. I mean, those are kind of the things that takes time to work with.
That's true. Now, for a while, he was kind of real nervous and stuff.
Yeah,
And he's getting over that a little bit.
it looks like it. I think I have someone that's just going to be riding him about once a week on the trails for a
That'll
while.
be good.
Yeah. If I was a little bit younger, I'd do it, but I'm too young for a 2-year-old. Too old for a 2-year-old. Is he back up pretty good?
You're lucky if you get anything. I cannot even see this screen on this thing.
His back's pretty good.
Yeah.
Just to be broke, you know.
He's listening to you.
He's gotten better. He fought me for a while, but he's getting better.
Well,
Like I
he
said,
has.
the more you ride him, the more better he'll get. you
Yeah,
know.
well, he's pretty much babied.
Well, I kind of knew that.
I figured you did.
But he'll ride around. You won't have much problem with him, I don't think.
All right. Well, that sounds good. That's kind of what I wanted to know. So you're squeezing him in the
I
front
just
to
kind of
walk
kick
on?
him. I just
Okay.
kind of just bump him with my legs,
Okay.
give him a walk forward, that's all.
You haven't had to use spurs on him?
No, I don't use spur on, just hold get him started like you. I won't break him out.
So, has he got any bad habits? Do you know of?
Nervous. I mean, sometimes he might get a little freaky, he's a little nervous, but other times
Calm
he
him
won't.
down.
So it's like when you get home, it's going to be strange to him again.
He is so different though.
Yeah, he's a little different.
I knew this would change him, but something had to be done because he was meaner than shit. when we brought him up.
Well, maybe that's the reason he was just a little nervous and kind of fighting me at first. And the
Could
more
be.
I rode him,
He
the better he
was.
got.
I mean, because we just had him gilded like maybe a couple months before. And he was biting and charging at people. I thought, man, I can't have a horse like
Well,
that.
see, I didn't have that problem. He never did charge at me or nothing like that. So maybe that kind of went away when after you had him gilded out there.
Well, it did. The way it all fell in place, kind of what changed a lot. And so, well, I think he's a good boy. You're a good boy.
Yeah,
You're just young.
he's just young and don't know. I mean, just like kids. I mean, I tell a lot of people, they're like kids. They just
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, you have to be patient
And
with
you got to
them.
be patient with them, and you got to just keep riding and keep doing things with them and keep playing with them until they just kind of give in. But a lot of people will fight and whip and go. I don't do that. I just keep holding till I get what I want, and then I release. And they learn that, hey, if I'll just do what he asks, he releases
That's
me.
right.
You know?
He didn't give you any problems putting the fitness now, did he?
No, he ain't no
Okay.
problem.
Too
But
old
like I
to
said,
fight
I've
with
not,
us, so.
I've not hurt his mouth. A lot of them will put big shanks and stuff and yank and jerk. I don't do none of that stuff. Because they're just colts. I had a colt sent to me Thursday, just to tell you the truth. He's already broke and riding, but he wouldn't lope a circle. He kept pulling off on him, going the other way. And he's from South Carolina, and the boy he's freaking out. This colt just don't know. I rode him the last 2 nights, and I've not had any problem with him. The boy he wants to fight him, and it just makes the horse mad, and you get into trouble. Quit fighting and just tell them what you want, and when they do it, release and tell them they done good, and it just release. The release of pressure will teach you. That's what teaches the horse. You put pressure on them, and then when you get what you want, you got to release it.
Right.
That's what teaches them.
Right.
It's the release.
I've heard that before.
Well, it's the
Yeah,
truth because, like, if
seen
you
a
run
lot
a
of
horse in an electric
I believe
fence,
it.
that's pressure. And when they get off of it, they don't do it no more.
That's
They
exactly,
won't put it there
learn
no more.
exactly that.
If I don't touch it, I don't get bit. So, so that you
Yeah.
learn if I'll do what they ask, he lets go of me and I don't get bit no more. So, and that's how I learn. I learn by putting pressure, or that's how I train horses. I put pressure on them, then I release the pressure.
Right.
Yeah.
Any problems? I know he was fighting you early on, but
Well, he was just nervous and stuff, and
Yeah.
the more I rode him, the more he's got over it and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and that's
I
just the way he
really,
is.
I think, just looking at the difference from when I brought him up here to now, the most important thing to me was getting him under control and mellowing out. And
Well, I think
that's all
I think we've
happened.
got that under control.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah,
after
he
he's
looks
not
like a
been
different
rode 2 or
horse.
3 days, he still come out here and done good. He didn't.
Yeah,
get
that's
freaked
what I'm
out.
saying. So he's it looks like to me he's going to be a good cow horse,
I
or
believe he'll
whatever
be all right.
horse.
I believe he'll be all right. Like I said, I think he needs to be wormed because you can tell just
Yeah.
by looking at his hair. He's a
Yeah,
little dead
it's a little
hair.
dull looking.
Mhm.
But he's still growing though.
Oh yeah, he's
That's
been
good because
growing.
his dad was 16 hands. So
He's got a pretty good long leg on him, and they say, I don't know if you ever heard this, they say you can measure a horse from the center of his knee to the ground,
that's what I was told.
and if it's like 15 inches or 15 and a half inches, it'll be like 15.2 if he's
Yeah.
15 and a half.
Yeah, that's what Jesse was doing.
Yeah,
is
that's
what
what
he's
he was
supposed to
telling me. He said, yeah,
end
probably
up
so.
with.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm
Yeah.
just going to charge you for 2 months because I had,
Well,
so
you
I'm going to
sure?
charge you. I'm
That's
just going
not-
to charge you for 2 months. I'm not going to cheat nobody. I had death in the family and I had to quit for a little while. So
Well, I
I'm just,
understand.
that's not your fault, not my fault. It's just something happens,
It
but
happens, I
but
know.
I'm not going to charge you for it. That's just the way I am. I'm not
Good
gonna do
deal.
that.
Well, you were referred to me by Bailey and the family and everything, and I looked you up, and I mean, you just had great reviews, and that's why I said, well,
Yeah, I
this is the guy
appreciate
I want.
I know
This
we had a
horse is
little.
special to me.
I know we had a little communication problem there, but I'm very busy and I'm not used to people just all the time wanting to
I
know what's
know,
going
I'm
on.
sorry.
And
You
I'm
know,
sorry too.
I just recently retired, and I've lived in the corporate world for so long, and I'm
You're
just
on
used
top
to
of things.
Yeah.
On top of it, I understand that
Yeah.
too. But
So
I'm
just
kind of with the people I usually ride for and stuff like that. Is if you hear from me, then you've got a problem. If you don't hear from me, everything's going good.
well,
you know what I mean? That's
you
just
kept
kind of the way I
saying he
am.
was fine and fine and fine. I'm thinking,
Well,
great,
just-
you know, and then all of a sudden
She
he's not willing.
she has to know.
Well, I understand that. Now, I didn't get to meet you to start with and all that, and that was my, that's just work and all that. Just didn't work out. But I'm just used to doing things a little different.
That's no problem. I really appreciate it. Being patient with me too.
No, it's no
'cause
problem. I'm
You
sorry.
can
everything
ask
got-
him. I have a tendency to push, and
Well, see, I'm the type of person when you start pushing, I'll push back. That's just the way I am.
and I've tried to relax a little bit on that, but I guess that's why I went that's why it was where I was at.
I've
so.
got another lady I ride for in North Carolina, and she said, when I asked you about my horse, don't just say he's doing good. Give me a little detail. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. He's doing good. I don't know what to tell you. He's doing
That's
fine.
what I'm talking about, you know.
So I want to know about this black mare over here.
The one that's crazy.
Right
The
here.
demon.
Well, she's
Oh,
not
no.
really crazy. She's a nice mare. She just weaves a lot. She's just up a little
Oh.
bit. She's not really, she's a barrel horse. She's an back and cinder. She'll turn all 3 barrels.
Yeah.
She's not, but she's just a little nervous, a little different. But
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
rides
when,
good.
when he brought him up here, I thought that was the closest thing to a demon I ever seen.
No, she's a little ill when you get other horses around and stuff like that. But you can haul her. You can put it. I can put a saddle and bridle on her, and she's a completely different mare.
Really?
Yeah, she's just like that, really
Interesting.
out in the field and stuff. And ain't many people can catch her. I can walk out there and catch her, but you go out there and she'd probably run from me because she don't know you. She
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
don't trust
Yeah.
people. You know, it's just the
What,
way she is.
baby? I'm glad to know that you're not biting anymore.
No, he don't.
Yeah, it seems
He's
like
not even ready ever to try to bite at me.
he seems
I
like
think a whole
just.
different environment made
I,
all
if
the
I
difference in the
didn't
world.
recognize him, I'd think he was a different horse.
Yeah, sure, I do too. See, I knew you was this kind of horse. I knew you was a good boy. Yes, I was.
Sometimes I'm just like,
So I know you don't like predictions.
it's hard to predict on
I
horses.
know that.
That's all.
But
it's not
6
that I
or
don't
8
like it,
months
it's just
from
hard.
now,
It's
I mean,
hard.
I'm just going to take him home, put him in the field with the other horse that I have, and let him graze a while.
That's fine. Ride him
And-
some if you can.
yeah.
If you got a boy, you can keep him rolling.
Yeah, and but once he gets a little more mature and his legs are a little bit more mature, do you think he has any ability to run barrels? Because that's going to determine my direction to work with him on training down the road.
He turns
Honest
around.
answer.
He turns around. He walks good. He moves his feet good and stuff like that. And that's about all I can tell you. I don't know how fast he is. I don't know how fast he'll be.
Have
know,
you ever run him at
no,
all?
I'm not ever
Okay.
running. You start getting into a whole other deal when you start doing that. I mean,
But
you
he
know,
does canter.
Yeah, he'll load
Okay.
and stuff like that. But as far as really running, no, because I don't do that until I get a horse kind of really broke. Because
Okay.
I don't want them running off with me and stuff like
Oh, I
that.
don't
I've had
blame
too
you.
many run off me in my
Okay,
years.
well, that's
and
a fair
just-
answer.
I mean, around here, I don't have a fence around my place.
Yeah.
I just, man, they could take off and go through the woods, just whatever. That's
I
just-
got you.
So I try to keep them under control until I make sure I've got them under control, and then I'll start asking for more
Okay.
gas and stuff
All
like that.
right. Okay, well, that sounds good. I can't think of anything else.
But I don't think you'll have any problem with him. I
He
mean,
doesn't look
like I
like
said,
it.
he hadn't been rode in 3 or
Looks
4
pretty
days.
deadheaded.
And I'll just be honest with you. I was fixing to get him out inside. That's the reason I was saddling him. I was going to ride him just a minute before he got here, just to be sure that he was okay. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you, because he'd been up for 3
Well,
or 4
that's
days, and
okay.
I was just going. And Tessa said they're here, and I said, well, I guess we'll just see what he
I
does.
said 12 and 1.
Well, I know you said 12 to 1, and I had put some shoes on the horses, and I kind of got behind me. I looked down, it was 12 o'clock, and I said, well, I guess I better get him out.
Did you trim his feet? I mean, if you did.
No, actually, I didn't.
Well, they don't look that long.
No, they're not, and that's the reason. Before he's just been rode and stuff, he's kept them just kind of wore
Okay.
off and stuff, so
All
you'll be
right,
fine.
that's fine. Because I was afraid they were going to get real long. So,
no,
I just
I'm
need
not.
to
If
worm
he
him when I
started
get
getting,
home.
you
and
need to worm him and keep on riding him when you can. That's all you need to do.
Let's see, look at that little scar. That little scar is gone. I
He's got a
didn't see
couple
it.
of knocks and dings
Oh,
on his
that's
head over here
okay.
where he get hit stall and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
That's all
That's
right.
just
It's no big deal. But we had to take him to the University of Tennessee to do some surgery on his jaw.
on his jaw. I didn't want
Well,
that
they
to
thought
do
he
with
had a
it.
bad jaw tooth. See
Oh.
that bump right
Yeah,
there?
I thought he had a
Well, they went and did surgery, and his tooth was fine.
tooth was fine.
He hit his head on the stall,
And was bumped his
and there
jaw.
was a piece of wood that was in the jawbone.
Oh, it was up in
And they
there.
had to clean it out.
I had to clean it up.
Yeah. Boy, was he fun getting in there.
No, I'm sure. Especially
Well, I'm so glad he's. Gosh,
calmed down.
he's calmed down.
There's surveillance video up there. He was in one of those squeeze chutes,
Yeah.
and
He
he
jumped
jumped out of it.
Let's see there again. That's where you trap him horses. Most horses are
Yeah.
claustrophobic until
Yeah.
you get them trained not to be. But as you stick some
Yeah.
hold in something like that, they're going to fight to get out.
Yeah.
Their first instinct is fight or flight. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
it. And if they can't run, they got to fight, and that's just what they do.
All right. Well, he looks good, Lewis.
Well, he's lost a little weight, and I'm sorry,
That's
but
okay.
he's grew a little bit, and plus he's
No,
been rode,
he's
and that's
grown,
stress.
so
When
that's-
you're breaking a colt, it's stress too. So
No.
you lose weight on stress.
No, I'm
you know.
not worried. I'm just going to take him home, pasture him, and let him relax
He'll
for a while.
fatten right back up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially if you get a wormer in him, get him wormed, he'll fatten right back up.
Well, that's kind of what I wanted, just to get him where he's rideable.
And that's another thing too. It's really better if, like when you're breaking a colt, instead of having them really fat and feeling like $1 million. It's a little easier if they're not so
Oh,
fat.
I
They
know.
don't
I've
feel
heard
like
that
$1 million
before from
bucks.
a trainer.
It's kind of bad in a way because you kind of got to let them get down a little bit, a little poor. But a lot of times over there, he was fat when he got here. I just went to messing with him, and it was stress that's caused him to kind of, because he went off feed there a day or two. It just, he might have got a little sore, and but he's fine.
No, I've seen him do that before.
I don't pay much attention to him, stuff like that, because I've seen it too many times. And unless they go 3 or 4 days without eating, I don't pay much attention. If it's just a day or two, I don't pay no attention to it.
That's all right, buddy. We'll get you fat and sassy again. Probably turn into a demon.
Well, that's the thing about it. See, that's the reason you need to keep riding while you're fattening him up. You need to keep him.
Well, that's why I'm trying to work
him.
on lining someone up to do that for me. Because right now I'm not just brave enough to, ride him all by myself.
You watch him, boy, ride him
Yeah.
at your place, maybe.
Yeah.
Probably a smart idea.
Yeah. Well, I've been down that road before.
Does the taxi go back?
Yeah, the taxi goes back.
Oh, Lord.